Nagabenta ki khubor baman kasni pet but subscribe ya u Antor News. Lay phi baro kinigilong ki khubor bam da kasni. Ha ka jingïakren ka khia din ka jingjia ba sngewsih ba ha ka nongbah Shillong ha ka bala kynnoh ba kpa-marwei ulale beijot shaphang ka khynnah red haduh ba kalapun. Ka Myntri ka Koit ka Khiah ka jylla Meghalaya ka Dr. Mazel Ampareen Lyngdoh kala kyntu ya ka imlang sahlang ban shimkhia bat ïatreilang ban pyrshah iki kam thombor bat le beijot iki kynthei bat khynnah. Habayakren bagi nong thok khubor ka Dr. Lyngdoh ka penpau ka sngewsih ka bajur halor ka ni ka jingjia bat ong baka kam thombor pyrshah iki kynthei bagi khynnah kam de tangka kam shipor ni ka jingjia da bet na ka an. Myntri kadi ka kam imlang sahlang ka don kam ka ïatreilang jong ki pulin ka sarkar ki riupat ba berkinong yalam shnong. Ka Myntri ka pentip ru ba ka yathir ya ka kam bat usembut Myntri rang ba ka jylla ubdei ru Myntri ka tanat kam po ying uba press tun ten song bat ru bat ka director General of Police DGP ka bade ka kynthei. Ka don kam ka jingkloi ka jing penlong kulum bat ka jingkit kli ban penti kana ba kum kini ki jingjia kem dei ban jia biang shu ka ong. Ka Dr. Lyngdoh ka kedau ba haba ka jylla kala kiew shaphang ka jingilam jong ki kynthei re ka jingkiew kynrei ki kam thombor pyrshah iki kynthei ba ki khynnah kadai ka jingma ka khia bat ka don kam ban shimkhia no mador ka kyntu iki long ying nong sem bat kishnong.
I request students particularly do not take this tension. If plan A doesn't work, plan B is there. If plan B doesn't work, plan C is there. We are a government that is taking all scenarios into consideration. And yes, Honorable CM and I are looking forward to this inauguration of our own medical college.
So faculty, how long it will take?
So right now, when the NMC had just come, there was a shortage of about 35% of faculty and expertise to actually ensure that this medical education that you are promising the people is realized. As of today, after the discussions had with the NMC in the last week, they were here for a very long time, we are at about 7% short. But there have been government medical colleges in other states which have started with a 47% medical teaching faculty shortage. At least we are not there. We are dealing with it. We are handling it. We may have a bit of a crisis again in as far as doctors available in the facilities. If doctors of our own government are now those who are eligible migrate into the teaching, what happens to those vacancies that will arise then in our system? Because all the way down to a PHC, now we even have sub-centers, wellness centers. What do? We need to have policy changes. We need to review our policy. That this is a family thing. Today a husband and a wife may fight, but tomorrow they make up, they forgive and forget, and then they go on their lives. But still nobody is dealing with that problem. Why did that harassment or that atrocity happen in that bedroom or that kitchen? Is it because of anger management? So are we dealing with anger management? Do we have institutional redressal systems for anger management? So today, for example, there was a review and Cabinet was made aware of the various changes in the law of the CRPC and other components of law. And you have seen that today community based or driven anger management punishments are also now going to be made available in the system. So if a husband is found to be constantly attacking a woman, is separation the only resolution, or do we look at other things? So if a police station gets to know that this is a common occurrence in that particular case, should we have alternative methods of punishment and anger management redressal systems? We do not have those redressal systems, unlike in modern and advanced communities where these are permanently ingrained. But we are getting there. Public is that Honorable Chief Minister, myself, the officers of the Department of the Health and the NMC are on the job. We do not want to give you a half-truth information. It is always good for us to wait for the actual procedures and processes to be completed. But one assurance can go to the public. Remember that we are determined. And this determination will result well. But allow us this time because the NMC has just exited. There are some other complications which may delay a permission. But we must also know, the people of Meghalaya should also know that the Shillong Medical College will likely be one of the last medical college that the Government of India will be considering. So we are on the job and we are targeting the session which will likely complete its procedures only by the end of August. All medical college, all medical students with interest in medical education, don't worry. Please do not worry. We are trying our best. So there was also another article that came out which questioned the whole validity of having your own medical college in the state. There was a debate that I was observing happening in the media which kind of talks about if we have a medical college, will we lose out on seats and other perspectives of that debate. Let me tell you one thing. We are a state government and we are always preparing and bracing ourselves for any eventuality. So whether or not there will be any problem with seat allocation from the Government of India, we will cross that bridge when that time comes. But to say that because we will lose out seats for medical education for our students and let us not embark on a medical college is also incorrect. Because we wouldn't like to be singled out as the only state that does not have a government-run medical college. So all of these anticipations, I request the public to be patient. We are a government that's looking ahead, way ahead. We're looking at 30 years, 40 years. The deficiency of medical doctors and practitioners in our system is already very, very strenuous. We already don't have enough medical practitioners to man all of our facilities across the state. Anything that we do will be done with that law.
Women and children, you are a law minister.
Yes.
Do we have the existing laws enough, or you need to have a new approach to deal with this?
So you see, the very reason which motivated me to attend a funeral of a fellow woman's murder under the scrutiny of public eye in the middle of the day in a market is precisely that. We need to ensure that our systems are ready for this sudden surge. Why is the sudden surge happening? It's because thanks to the media, thanks to community knowledge, thanks to all of these factors which now are ready for the reporting of these crimes which at one point of time were likely broomed under the mat. Now what happens when, say for example, a stepfather rapes his stepdaughter continuously and now she is found to be pregnant? That is a horrifying situation, a traumatic situation for any woman, let alone a child. So yes, we are in touch with the Home Department. It is manned by a very capable individual. The Honorable DCM is a person with immense, he's a person with immense experience and knowledge. We have a very seasoned police leadership. The police department today is one of the best departments in the country. But we need to have a designated attention on this increase of the reporting of crimes against women. Now, is it only a government responsibility? I would beg to differ if you say it is only government which should be assigned with the responsibility of dealing with crimes against women, I think we also now need to reach out to the communities around us. What is going on in our community is a question we fundamentally have to ask ourselves. Now, how do we help women in distress? How do we help children who are undergoing this extreme atrocity, and the feeling of wellness, the feeling of confidence of women in general is compromised to a large extent now that crimes are being reported. So yes, the police department, I am sure, now being manned by a woman DGP, has a plan, has an action, and will be executing a very, very pivotal role. But I believe we need to look beyond. You are just putting a bandage on the problem and saying crimes against women is increasing. But what is the solution? Where is that solution? We have to reach out to community, we have to reach out to the church, we have to ensure that we are all health responsible. And this responsibility must begin with families. It should mature to community level interactions. It should be a big concern of church communications and church leadership. We have to sit and look at all of this, and I'm very happy that the Honorable Chief Minister himself and the Honorable Deputy CM, who's in charge of home, himself, who is concerned, and we are looking into what is the best way forward. Today, in fact, as one of the conversations that occurred during a cabinet, Honorable CM again reinstated the importance of women police stations across the state. So we need to work hard, we are working hard, but I think it is alarming, and one cannot cover up this reality, and we need to start teaching women to protect themselves also. This has to happen at various levels, and I am hopeful that as the reporting systems improve, media becomes the whistleblower, we need to now meet at a certain stage, at a certain position, to make sure that these crimes are handled at the family level predominantly.
That means you believe